What's happening, everybody? Hello and welcome back to Total Blast, where we discuss about everything Marvel and the MCU. Today, we get a fresh look at a few of the characters in the Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever. We now have an official artwork for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and it gives us our very first glimpse of Ironheart's upcoming armor. We also get a fresh look at Nakia, and it's clear that she'll play a bigger part in the future of Black Panther Wakanda. And as I've said in previous videos, it appears as though that there may be more than one Black Panther. The plot of the Wakanda Forever has the potential to lead to a lot of new development. Of course, I believe that a lot of us have heard of the rumors that Dr. Doom may be the reason behind the battle between Wakanda and Atlantis. If you're not familiar with the Doom war plot, we covered it in some of our previous videos, but we'll still explain it in this video. You need to know that Doom is the major factor in the conflict between the Atlanteans and the Wakandans. Again, the plot may also feature Storm, now that mutants are in the MCU. There may be a chance to truly bring Storm into. All of this will be covered later. If this is your first time, please subscribe and enable your post notification bell so you don't miss out on subsequent videos. Anyways, let's start by discussing Riri Williams' new Ironheart suit. There's a significant connection between the Ironheart and Wakanda, specifically because of the Ironheart suit. As we have already discussed this in some of our videos, the suit might require vibranium technology to function, so Riri might go to Wakanda to get help with the suit. Today, however, we're looking at her very first suit. Actually, this might be the first time we're seeing her suit properly. This is our very first official look at the suit because it's an official piece of artwork from the film. As you can see, it actually looks pretty great. However, bear in mind that Riri Williams will be responsible for designing it. She initially lacks access to at least all of the tools that Tony Stark used to create the Iron Man suit. The Mark I Iron Man suit, which Tony Stark created in the cave, was his very first outfit. Later, he created a more powerful Iron Man suit with vibranium and Wakandan technology. It's likely that Riri's outfit will resemble Tony Stark's Mark I. Since this is Riri's first suit and Mark I was Tony's first, the two will have the same first-time thing kind of look. Now, this suit is actually quite different from the Ironheart Armor Model 1 that she makes in the comics for the very first time. But of course, it is the MCU. And this one here is actually a little bit more realistic. However, keep in mind that she's going to get materials from Wakanda. We've seen her in Wakanda in Shuri's lab, and we also see her actually making the Ironheart armor. So, I think it's safe to say that this is just her first suit and is definitely not going to be the final suit. Riri Williams is a genius and she's based off her Ironheart armor off Iron Man's armor, and Iron Man's armor has always evolved too. So, it's no different for Riri. She's always going to be thinking of new ideas for her Ironheart armor. So, it'll consistently change. Now, we do have some art of other characters as well. Most of these we have already seen in the trailer, but here are some great looks at some of the characters coming to the Black Panther Wakanda Forever. One of them is Namora, who in the comic books is actually Namor's cousin. We also have a photo of Atuma, who you may be familiar with. He is actually a villain who seeks to usurp the throne. Atuma appears in Marvel Comics. Currently, it is unclear whether Atuma will actually seek the throne of Atlantis or he will simply act as a good person in the MCU. We will have to wait and watch. What's really cool is that we will have a fresh look at Nakia, who is wearing a look we've never seen before. We see her carrying some brand new ringed weapon, which should be quite cool considering that they are manufactured with Wakandan technology and that the suit appears to be constructed using the same material and technology as the Black Panther suit. I do not think that Nakia will be the new Black Panther. Instead, I think it will be Shuri. By the way, we also get a look at Shuri here. It's actually a look that we have already seen of her wearing her purple clothing. Now, going back to Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom wants vibranium, and that is something that is probably going to be true in the MCU. Earlier, we talked about Doom being behind a heavy dispute between Wakanda and Atlantis. Since Dr. Doom wants vibranium, he will cause a heavy dispute between Wakanda and Atlantis to distract them, while he then has access to the vibranium he seeks. In the comics, Doom succeeded in conquering Wakanda, and to defeat him, he literally required the assistance of the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and even Deadpool. However, we do know that Marvel Studios never makes page-to-page adaptation of comic books in their movies. They alter the narrative and make them their own by drawing inspirations from the comics. Because if they tell the stories page by page, then you'll know what will happen already. I believe that Black Panther Wakanda Forever, we are about to see the start of Doom War storyline. And I say this by the start because I think that it's pretty slim that Doctor Doom is going to be introduced as a prominent character in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Like we talked about in our previous videos, I don't think that Dr. Von Doom will show up personally. There might be a mention of him, probably show the people who work for him, but the chances of Dr. Von Doom showing up is quite slim. Well, Dr. Doom and the people working for him will be after vibranium. Vibranium is probably the most expensive thing in the world. Obviously, its physical properties are very useful to someone like Dr. Doom, not only for business, but also for his villainous acts. Remember that in the comics, Dr. Doom is a remarkably powerful sorcerer. In the comics, he even expresses a desire to become the Sorcerer Supreme at one point. He would undoubtedly turn out to be a villain in the MCU at some point, and vibranium will just give him greater power. Right now, we don't know the exact story of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, but we do know that Namor and Atlantis are going to fight against Wakanda. Namor is going to be provoked, and Dr. Doom could be behind that. So, as I said, this could be the start of the Doom War in Wakanda storyline. As far as who the new Black Panther is, I believe that is going to be Shuri. However, I do think that the ending is going to leave it open for a new Black Panther to actually come in and maybe alongside Shuri, or maybe even replacing her. I believe that having two Black Panthers, Shuri should be one of them, along with a male Black Panther, who will be a powerful idea if the plot is going to be quite similar to that of Black Panther. I believe that the Black Panther that we see at the end of the trailer, where we just kind of see the leg and the claws come out, I think that's Shuri. I don't know if she's going to become Queen of Black Panther or if it's somebody like M'Baku who is going to be king, but I do believe that in the end, it's going to be Shuri against Namor. Once Doom actually gets into the MCU, he could use vibranium to become one of the most powerful persons in the universe if they actually combine his resources with the vibranium, with his sorcerer's skills. I actually think that that's what we're in for. I think that this is going to lead up to Secret Wars, where hopefully we will get a God Emperor Doom. Black Panther Wakanda Forever could set that up. Again, I also think we could see Storm. For those of you who read the comics, you know that Storm's origin has been retconned, but Marvel considers her retcon story to be an actual origin story, where she is a 12-year-old and she's rescued by T'Challa, and the two of them quickly fall in love with each other, and eventually they both go on to get married. So yes, the mutant Storm does become the Queen of Wakanda, and her story is actually really cool. She has to decide between being the Queen of Wakanda and an X-Men. However, she says no, I won't decide, I will do both. Since T'Challa is dead, this story can't go that way anymore. MCU could say that they had a relationship before T'Challa was with Nakia. Maybe they could even say that they were indeed married before they got a divorce, but they could simply say that they were just friends, which will call for her coming to T'Challa's funeral. We never can tell. Since the X-Men are now in the MCU, specifically Kamala Khan, we could get a Storm cameo in the Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Please, share your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think of this look for Ironheart? And do you believe that this is the beginning of the MCU Doom War? Subscribe and turn on the post notification so you don't miss out on any of our latest Marvel news. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one!